Title of this is, I am packing up my stuff and moving out before my fiance comes home tomorrow. How can life go sour this fast? He, male 38, just proposed to me, female 37, a week ago and made me the happiest woman on earth. Why did he do that if he didn't love me? If I wasn't enough? I just can't understand what's happening. I'm so grateful I have my family. My brothers who left everything to come and help me move my stuff before I got home. I don't know how to repay them. I know how busy they are with Christmas around the corner, and yet they dropped everything and came when they heard me crying on the phone. Am I missing something here? No, that's just how it starts. Well, he usually goes on trips for work. This time, however, I found it odd that he was staying until Christmas Eve. Usually, they are only away during the weekdays and rarely on weekends. I also found it odd that he didn't FaceTime me to say goodnight, and when I tried, he said he was too tired and apologized. He usually sleeps to my FaceTime to pretend I was with him. Then he sent me a goodnight picture of him in bed. I sent him a kiss. Then, before going to bed, I scrolled Instagram and he had shared that same picture, and one of our mutual friends commented, "Is that my name in the reflection? Say hi from me." I was confused, and sure enough, I saw a woman reflected in his glasses. Oh dear, what have you done, sir? I didn't notice that when he sent me the picture, and probably he didn't either. I liked the comment. My fiance didn't answer. Probably he wasn't online. I didn't know what to do. It was already late at night, but I felt the world was closing in around me, so I called my mom crying, and she asked me to come home. I said no. I needed to start packing, and I've been doing it all night. This morning, my brothers and my parents showed up with a moving van. I love them so much. My fiance has now deleted the picture. He probably saw that I liked the comment about the woman in the reflection. He has called me over 100 times and is still calling me. I will never see or speak to him again. He will never see me crying. I will never ask why. He will never get the chance to explain. He can stay in hotels with all the women in the world for all I care. Why do these things happen? I really thought he was happy, that I made him happy. How could he? Wowza. Okay. So yeah, this just started off with she had just been proposed to. He, out of character, didn't FaceTime her, he just acted out of character. He was staying for the weekend, which he normally wouldn't do, staying for Christmas Eve, and apparently was to spend this time with this woman. But the picture that he sent was of him in bed, right? Let's get back to that. Then he sent me a good night picture of him in bed. I sent him a kiss. That picture and his glasses had the reflection of a woman. That's where all this went sideways. And Opie here is just shook and confused and doesn't know what the hell's going on. It's nuts. This is absolutely nuts. Yeah, why would he post it on? I mean, clearly he didn't, on a phone picture, I'm sure you can't see that close a detail, but if somebody blew it up or did something, and that I'm sure is how the friend caught a glimpse of something and then zoomed in and saw that it was the reflection of a woman, and then made their comment, which is what tipped off OP. Had the friend not made that comment, she would have never known. But the questions here, why, how can this happen? People, clearly he wasn't as happy as he portrayed himself to be. Maybe, we've read stories where people got engaged and tried to direct all of their affection to someone that they didn't really love because they were trying to convince themselves. And maybe this could be something like that. Or maybe he's just a weak jabroni. Maybe somebody who he's been lusting after for a long time showed up and that's what caused him to do these stupid things. I don't think there's an obvious disconnect where the person that you fell in love with at that moment did not exist anymore. They had become someone else, and they were still pretending to be that person. For what reason, I don't understand. And that's where I get lost here. This is why, if you have fallen out of love with someone, or if you have decided you love someone else more, or if you decided that you want to go a different direction in your life, why be so cowardly that you don't just tell them? Why the act? Why the act so that you can have the comfort and the backup of knowing that they're still there for you in case this adventure doesn't work out, or it's a one-night thing or what the hell ever? Why would you be willing to do that to someone when most of the people who do this shit to someone else would feel just absolutely gutted if it happened to them? They never think about the reciprocation. They never think about, what if this happened to me? They never think about the people that they supposedly love this much whenever this happens. And that's where I get lost. I'm like, why? It's not worth throwing your life away. Why would you propose to somebody a week ago and then do this shit? It just doesn't make any freaking sense. Added OP comments. Okay, let's get some more context here. Oy. Okay, here we go. Right here, some OP comments for us to chew on. He has tried to visit, but my father threatened to beat him up if he came near our house or me. I have blocked him everywhere. Any friends who want to call and talk on his behalf, I have told them that I didn't want to know anything about him, and they have been respectful of me. The friend who started this whole thing is in shreds because he didn't know that it wasn't me in the picture. Dude, that friend can't feel... It's not the friend's fault, obviously. My ring wasn't engraved yet, so it is returnable, but I think I'll need the same card it was paid with or the receipt. I need to look for the receipt. I will take some vacation days in January because I don't feel well, and maybe find a trip somewhere, just me and some books. Thank you to everyone. I never thought I would get so much support here. I feel blessed. Now the last boxes are packed, and I will be moving to my parents. My brother is keeping my stuff because he has a bigger house until I can rent a storage unit. Nothing is open this time of year. Then I will start looking for my own place to rent. I need to sleep now because I didn't last night. Thank you and Merry Christmas. Then you're choosing not to be married. You're choosing not to be in a relationship. You're choosing to be alone. And fiance, OP's fiance in this case, chose to not be engaged anymore. That's how it works. You made the choice. I want to say clearly whoever he was with in that image knew that he was engaged, didn't care, because he snapped a picture with her laying right there with her reflection in his glasses. He was clearly sending a picture to someone. He's clearly taking a picture of himself. So she must have just not cared. But he made his choice. He made his choice. And there's no explanation that's going to make it okay at this point. There's no taking it back. It is done. It is over. He deleted the picture, so he knew he was in hot shit. It's done. It's over. And I guess it's one of those fragile things about love is that your whole world can turn upside down in an instant. And I think it is such a crazy thing to think about. And then when you find someone who is your partner for life, and I know that, what Candy Thunder and I have is rare. It is special and it is rare, and it's something that most people go their whole lives without finding, but finding somebody who is just your rock and your partner. And yeah, we bitch at each other, and yeah, we get on each other's nerves, and yeah, we bicker, but we have so much fun, and we are there for each other through thick and thin, and we would never do anything to hurt the other person. And I think having something like that is something that it's just hard for us to wrap our brains around someone doing something like this, who loves someone enough to propose to them, and then a week later is like, you know what, I'm going to throw it all away. Or I want to be sneaky, and I can have my cake and eat it too. And I better do this now before I'm officially married, because then it'll be even worse. No, dude, it's just as bad then. It is just as bad. Why? Don't throw it away.